Alexei from Your Easy App Solutions with another Q&A session. Now, this session is going to be about search engine optimization. Now, SEO is quite a big area of marketing. However, really what you need to know about SEO is that it's an inbound form of marketing where people find you through Google or Bing or another search engine that applies specifically to your country. And people inquire through your website for the relevant content. So if you think about it from the perspective of the user, first thing that's really, really important is the content. Now, people want to know how to rank in Google. Now, it's usually not the how, it's more about the outcome that you really need to be focusing on, because the whole process continuously changes. And what you really need to do is you need to understand what Google wants from you as a business to potentially offer the users that are browsing the web specifically to find the content. So the number one thing I recommend doing is setting up your Google business profile. So business.google.com, go there and make sure that you have either claimed or established your business profile and have got all the information in there. So make sure it's a complete profile, the name, phone number, categories, address, and anything else. Make sure there's plenty of images in there specific to your business. So don't just get some stock images. Make sure that you actually find relevant information. And usually what happens is the business listing through Google is like a consolidated version of your website that basically shows within the local side of things of Google. So that works really, really well. Now, going back to the SEO of the actual website, the SEO is on-site and off-site tweaking of the actual content as well as backlinks in order to make sure that the website is ranking. The number one thing is obviously content. You need to make sure that the content is relevant. You need to make sure that the content is keyword specific and at the same time is very useful. So don't just try to keyword stuff. Make sure that you actually answer questions, that you address some of the things that the users are wanting to find out more about, and most importantly, make sure that there's logic to it. A lot of people want to rank for very general keywords. However, in order for that to happen, you need to have a lot of other keywords covered as well. So for example, if someone wants to rank for the keyword, let's say lawyer Brisbane, well, there's so many different lawyers and lawyers do so many different things. If you were to break that down and go for things like conveyancing is Brisbane, or potentially go into keywords like family lawyer Brisbane, you'll have a better chance of ranking, first of all, because you're being more specific, and secondly, because you're competing against less websites. Now, another thing that you want, obviously, is the speed of your website. Now, this is quite a big issue that Google has been working on for over the last few years. And we just can't stress enough that the speed of the website is pretty much everything. And Google has announced, I think a couple of years ago now, that they want your website to be fast in order for them to actually rank you to start with. So make sure the speed is fast, at least faster than your competitors. And the third thing, I guess, is the backlinks. You really want to make sure you've got plenty of good backlinks. And look, the backlink game changes all the time. By the time you watch this video, it may not be relevant altogether, or at least Google may say so. What we like to do is at least do some competitor analysis and understand exactly where they get their backlinks from. And the easiest thing you can probably do is try to get some of those backlinks pointing to your site. Now, there's no two websites that are exactly the same. So unique content, make sure the content is unique. It's not copied from anywhere. And make sure that the setup of your website is unique to your business. So phone numbers, images, content itself, videos if you can. Videos like this one will certainly help. And yeah, this way you should definitely be getting some better rankings. However, if you're doing this all in-house, you may miss out on some of the changes that Google does. Just about every single week, there's something that comes out from them with recommendations and different signals and stuff like that. And if you want to stay on top of that, there's a great website called the Search Engine Journal. I'll mention the link below, which has got a lot of information. But overall, if you are doing your SEO in-house, please focus on content. And I would recommend doing a lot of information through the blog. So put the content on keywords that are somewhat distant from the main keywords, but at the same time contribute to a lot of the questions that the users may have. And I think this way you won't go wrong, because at the end of the day, Google's all about content. And yeah, content is really what they can potentially review and index. So yeah, good luck with SEO. It's definitely a very powerful and very leveraged way to market your business. If you get stuck, shoot us an email, and if you have any questions, please comment below.